What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jamal, and if you're new to the channel, this is something I like to call my topic of the day discussions. Now, one of the things I have discussed on my channel is I said I was going to be doing things called Motivation Mondays. Now, Motivation Mondays is a derivative of topic of the days. I am still going to be touching on topics, but the main focus of the topics I will be touching on is going to be in a more so uplifting category. It's going to be more so in a advisory, educational, motivation, i.e. Motivation Mondays. Is because that is what I want to focus on in life. When I am talking to people, when I am reaching out to people, when I am trying to pass along my advice, pass along, my logic, my wisdom, my keynotes, my gems, when I'm passing this on to people, I want them to listen to what I'm saying, not because I feel like what I'm saying is absolute, but I do feel like I have something to offer to the table. And the only reason why I feel like I have something to offer is because through my knowledge, through learning, through reading, through seminars, through trainings, from me having mentors of my own, and on top of that, for me feeling like that's my purpose in life based off God blessing me and pointing me in this direction. What I'm going to talk about today is stress. And as you see in the topic of the video, how to overpower stress in less than a week. Now, I want to make sure this video is very attainable. Very attainable. Not how to overcome stress in less than a day. Not how to overcome stress in 24 hours. I really want everyone to zone in on everything that I'm touching on and try to implement some of the strategies I do issue out later in the video. One thing people need to understand is stress in itself. Now, when we typically start to think about stress and how stress works and operates, again, stress generally has a negative connotation. Stress is a natural physical and mental reaction to life experience, right? So we have this thing called stress hormones that fires off within our body. Stress is responsible for helping in our fight or flight situations designed to protect the body in emergency-like situations. Meaning that if a bear is about to come and attack me, right, fight or flight instantly, adrenaline and all the blood is going to start rushing to what is actually going to be needed for my protection, for my safety. And it's going to be what? My legs. So my stress signals, the hormones are going to fire off. Things are going to shut off within the body temporarily. And all the energy is going to go to my legs. Because it's going to say, hey, you're going to need to run from this bear. So I'm going to run my fastest I ever ran in my life. Simply because of my stress activated in that moment of time. So that's a good thing. Stress releases hormones into the body that increases the heart and breathing rates and ready your muscles to respond. So like I said, in terms of a bear attack, in terms of car accidents, anything that's actually needed at that time, stress hormones is going to zero in on that specific part of your body to make sure it not only protects it, but it makes sure it responds accordingly. Right? So all these things is good in relation to stress. But like I said in the beginning, so typically this conversation, when we have this conversation about stress, right? We as a society tend to talk about stress, solely speaking on it and talking about the adverse effects of it. Right? That's what we mostly focus on. We mostly focus on stress, the negative side, the adverse effects, and that's actually what we're going to talk about. Not necessarily the problems, but how to overcome the problems. What are the actual solutions to these said problems? Stress in itself, what is the definition of self and the type of stress that we're talking about? How will we exactly define it? Stress is a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. So kind of what I touched on in the beginning, stress is in relation to your central nervous system of your brain, right? So stress hormones is firing off, going to different parts of your body. So in that sense, it's not bad, but the constant and rapid firing off of these stress hormones start to have adverse effects on the body. Any and everything that we consume and do in this life have some type of negative effects if we do it for too long. If we work out for too long, negative effects. If we eat too much of something or consume too much of something, there will be some negative side effects to it. So wouldn't stress have the same negative side effects to it? So when we talk about some of these adverse effects, you know, some of these adverse effects is stress wearing on the body, the mind, and things in relation to behavioral things. Things in relation to like the body. So you got headaches, tension, muscle tension, chest pains, changing your sex drive, sleep problems, insomnia, all these things in relation to mood, restlessness, anxiety, sadness, depression, things in relation to behavior, overeating, undereating, being angry, drug overdose, social withdrawals. All these things in relation to stress have these negative side effects. These are things you can easily look up. These are things you're probably saying, hey Jamal, I already knew some of these side effects that stress is wearing on me. I go through this on a day-to-day basis. All right, why? That is the question that I have to ask the person that's watching this video or said people. If you know you are stressed, right? You know what you are, or at least what you're going through. You know the what. But what about the how and the why? Right? We need to address this how and the why. How are you stressed? Can you pinpoint that out? Why are you stressed? See, the idea of it is for us to get to the root of the problem. If you have a strong understanding of why you are stressed, how it's being caused, then it's easier for someone like me, someone who's trying to be a mentor for said people, to come in behind and figure out a solution for the root of the issue. Now, if most people in this world are having stress, the root of it is pretty simple. The root of it generally is things in relation to work, things in relation to money, things in relation to social status. You're comparing yourself to the next person, to people that's around you. Why are people so quick to put the blame on other things for us having stress? If we are truly in control of our own bodies, shouldn't we also be in control of us having stress? So if we was to zero in on some of the problems that stress causes to the body, besides some of the ones that we can easily find on the internet in relation to headaches, heartaches, depression, heart attacks, let's talk about the causality of some of these things, or some of the ones we at least believe cause them. Things in relation to work. We like to say work stresses us out, although stress in itself is self-induced. So we have to feel like we're in a fight or flight situation for the stress hormones to even fire off. But again, stress, we like to pinpoint on work. So that could be school work, that could be your job, your career, whatever field that you're in. A relationship, i.e. can still be considered work. Another thing that we can touch on, which will be number 2, things in relation to social status, economic, money. Money breaks up people. Money causes people stress, the lack thereof. People feeling like they don't have enough. People feeling like they're inadequate. A lot of times people feel inadequate because of what? Because they may be comparing themselves to something they don't need to probably be focusing on in the first place, right? The thing they need to be focusing on are themselves, but yet they can't help but to compare themselves to another person because that's what society is pushing along on us, and we're eating it. And especially in this day and age, when we're living in 2018, things of like technology, when we open up our phones and we go to our social media pages, we see the celebrities, we see this, we see that, and we become envious. We want what they have. We want to emulate them so badly to the point where we see ourselves as inferior beings, thus start to inducing stress within our bodies. That's called being programmed or being brainwashed by social media out there. That's why some of the time you probably need to take a break from social media. So with some of the few problems that are clearly stated out there, some people like to give out or why they are stressed, let's actually zero in on some of the solutions that we can overcome this, right? Because the thing we need to understand is that this ongoing epidemic of people being stressed, all it is just gonna kill you even sooner than you was before, right? Stress literally breaks the body down from the inside out. You are physically being worn down. Your body cannot handle stress hormones being fired off on a daily basis. So when you are stressed, that energy is literally leaking out of you. And you got to find a way to replenish that energy back, because if you don't, you are literally dying on a daily basis the more and more you are stressing in life. Now, some of these solutions that I personally have going forward that I feel as though we should touch on as a community. Number one, the simplest one we can do. Again, I want to make this all attainable and something that we can do within a week. Something so simple that at the end of this video, I want you to take part in this exercise. Literally. Number one, it's called physical exercise. Simple. Now, I don't mean go out and lift weights, but if that's something that you want to start doing, do it. At the end of the day, just do it. Physical exercise can be as simple as going for a walk, right? Go for a walk for 30 minutes, right? I ain't saying go to the gym or doing anything hard press. Again, I want to do something that's really attainable. But if you feel like you can go to the gym within your first week, do it. But I want to make sure that by the end of this video, you can actually partake in this exercise literally. So by the end of this video, some of the easiest things you could do, if you have stairs, if you're in your home, walk up and down the stairs for 30 minutes, right? If you live on a hill, walk up and down the hill. Doesn't matter what terrain you live on. You can literally go out and walk outside your house and go for a walk. Change up the pace. Do something different, which helps roll into number two. Change up the routine. Literally change up the routine. When you have this same ongoing rat race like mentality, when you have this same 9-to-5 mentality, when you have this same routine stagnant like mentality, you're doing the same thing on a daily basis. Waking up, eating, going to work, come back home, tired, stressed, sleep, wake up, and the cycle continues on and on. You're not doing anything different. So what you need to do is you need to trick the mind, confuse the mind, get uncomfortable. There's nothing wrong with being uncomfortable. You grow from the idea of even being uncomfortable. So step out of your comfort zone. Do something you wouldn't normally do, right? If you always drink coffee at Starbucks, switch it up. Go to Dunkin' Donuts, right? If you always go to switch it up. Don't drink coffee that day. You don't need coffee. Don't drink coffee. Drink something else. Drink a cup of water. Start implementing new strategies within your life, right? So again, let's stick with number two. Change up the routine. So one way that you can change up the routine, again, we still on number two. Try to wake up. Again, this is something you can literally implement within the first week. Try to wake up 30 minutes to an hour earlier than what you normally will wake up. If you normally wake up at 6 a.m., wake up at 5 a.m. If you normally wake up at 10 a.m., wake up at 9 a.m. I don't care what time you wake up. If you normally wake up at afternoon time, wake up at 11 a.m. or 11:30. Do something different. And when you wake up that hour earlier, read a chapter from a book. Read an article online. Right? Meditate, pray, do something different. Allow your mind to be free. You have to change up the pace in order to overcome all that you are. Because everything that you're currently doing right now, all it is just a pathway to destruction. Because it's leading to stress. And stress is weighing on the body. And it's tearing it down, which i.e. equals destruction. So if you don't want to lead to destruction, change it up. Do something different. And my third and final one, and this is my personal favorite one. And honestly, if you truly believe the words that I'm saying in this video, then what I'm going to say right now is going to zero in on everything. And you're going to feel it. And you're going to want to take advantage of it. The third one is you have to change your level of thinking. You have to upgrade it. You not only have to upgrade your level of thinking, you have to upgrade your self-image. You have to upgrade how you view yourself. Because if you are allowing yourself to be stressed, That means there is a key, there's something missing in your mind. There's something missing up here that's keeping the gears from working properly. Because if you're stressed, stress is basically the mind overheating, the body overheating, right? It causes a shortness of breath, tiredness. Yes, you're overheating. So that means something is not all the way clicking. You need to upgrade your level of thinking. Like I said in number 2, get uncomfortable, do something different, change at the pace. But the thing is, Jamal, it's like, yo, how can I do this, Jamal? How can I actually take advantage of this? Why would you need to upgrade your level of thinking? Why would you need to upgrade your self-image? Because when you have a better self-image of yourself, you feel better about yourself. You have a new personality. You have an upgraded personality. An aura is oozing off of your body. Your confidence is increasing. Everything around you is increasing. Things in terms of your positive nature, law of attraction, friends, wealth, all those things combined together, just by you upgrading your level of thinking, literally has an effect on your entire life going forward. Opens up new opportunities you probably thought you never would have gotten in the first place, all because you upgraded your level of thinking and how you viewed about yourself, right? That's the why. Now the how you can be able to do that is really the first 2 steps. The first 2 steps is, again, taking advantage of a physical activity. If you're already going to be stressed, then take out that stress on something. You see what I'm saying? That's an easy start. Once you start to release that stress, you now have a free body, a free mind to work at will on anything you want. Which is number 2. Take advantage of that free time and do something with it, right? And with that free time, you have to now start to say, hey, I can turn this into a habit. Now I need to start upgrading my level of thinking. It's going to have a trickle down effect and work its way around the whole entire body to where you feel replenished, fresh, and want to do more things in your life. You see what I'm saying? And that's it for the video, man. If you found this video to be helpful, make sure you leave some in the comment section. That's it for the video, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Hit the bell to be notified. And if you're new to the channel, man, I just want to say thank you for checking this video out. Make sure you share this. And there will be more Motivation Monday videos, I promise. Because I want to reach out to more people and help you guys. And that's it for the video, man. So, peace out.